from JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Wednesday, March the 22nd, 2017. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said there has been, quote, significant progress made toward an understanding between Israel and the U.S. administration regarding Israeli building in the West Bank and East Jerusalem. As we reported to you, Netanyahu's chief of staff, Yoav Horowitz, and advisor Jonathan Schachter are in Washington this week, meeting with Special Envoy Jason Greenblatt and Israeli Ambassador to the U.S. Ron Dermer over the issue of building in the settlements, among others. Just before departing China today, where the Prime Minister has led a 3-day state visit, Netanyahu told reporters that the talks have not been completed, but there is progress, and we will hear about it when we reach Israel. More bomb threats against Jewish institutions to report to you about today. A synagogue and a school in New Jersey received a phoned-in threat yesterday. Temple Beth Shalom and an adjoining school in Livingston were evacuated at around 11 o'clock Tuesday. Several units from the Essex County Sheriff's Department and Livingston Police Department, including the K-9 and bomb squad units, responded and searched the premises. No real threat was found. Meanwhile, a church in Connecticut is showing its support for the local Jewish community regarding recent bomb threats. The Church of St. Timothy in West Hartford hung banners in support of the Mandel JCC of Greater Hartford, which has been one of several Jewish institutions targeted in the state since the beginning of the year. The church's banners read, "To our Jewish brothers and sisters and the Mandel JCC, we pray and stand with you." Reverend George Makuka, who leads the church, told local TV station WTNH that together, joined as neighbors and children under one God, we can reject this evil and serve as lights of resistance, resilience, and persistence. Britain's chief rabbi is sending his prayers to the victims of what appears to have been a terror attack today near the British House of Parliament. While details were still coming in at the time of this report, at least 2 people were reportedly killed and some 10 injured when a car rammed into a group of people on London's Westminster Bridge. A British police officer was also said to have been stabbed during the incident. The assailant was reportedly shot. The incident comes on the first anniversary of the terror attacks in Brussels, Belgium, that struck its airport and underground system, killing 32. UK Chief Rabbi Ephraim Mirvis took to social media today in response to the incident in London. He wrote on Twitter that prayers of the Jewish community are with the families of the victims of today's attack at Westminster and with our brave security services. The Union for Reform Judaism has named Rabbi David Saperstein as Senior Advisor for Policy and Strategy. The 68-year-old served as Director and Counsel of the Religious Action Center of Reform Judaism for 40 years and as the U.S. Ambassador at Large for International Religious Freedom for the last 2 years under the Obama administration. For the first time in the 113-year history of the Rhodes Trust, the Trust will award its prestigious scholarship to 2 Israelis. Nadav Lior from the Hebrew University of Jerusalem and Stanford University and Ma'ayan Reichman from Tel Aviv University are the first Israeli academics awarded the prestigious Rhodes Scholarship. The Israel Scholarships are part of an expansion by the Trust, whose CEO Charles Kahn said our aspiration is to identify and support innovative, energetic, and ethical young leaders in Israel. Khan will attend a celebration in Jerusalem on April the 2nd to mark the historic first. And taking a look now at some entertainment news, English rock band Radiohead is embarking on a concert tour and announced yesterday that their opening act will be a band made up of Jewish and Arab musicians from Israel. Dudu Tassa and the Kuwaitis will open for the complete U.S. tour of Radiohead, which kicks off on March the 30th in Miami, Florida, as well as for their show in Tel Aviv, which takes place on July the 19th. And that's the JBS News Update for Wednesday, March the 22nd, 2017. I'm Teisha Bader.